everybody, it's Liz the Shutterbucks Gal here to bring you this week's edition of Focus Friday. Today I'm going to be discussing reasons to have a contract. Please understand that I am in no way, shape, or form a lawyer. I am not giving you legal advice. I am just giving you some information based on my own experience. And please consult a lawyer before implementing a contract, because you want to make sure that what you put into your contract is legally allowed in your state, and you also want to make sure that it is a binding contract. So do the best thing for your business and hire or consult a lawyer before actually taking a contract and implementing it. With that being said, I'm going to jump right into it and tell you a few things about why you need to have a contract. The first thing, right out the door, you need to explain in your contract what your client can expect. When they hire you, they're going to expect a certain amount of a certain level of service. Are they getting digitals? Are they getting prints? Are they getting a combination of both? How long is their session? Where does the session take place? All these things should be some of the first things that you discuss with your client, and should also be in the contract. And what you tell them needs to be reflected in your contract, and vice versa. The second thing that goes along with that is, I get a lot of questions from clients on, how come I didn't get this image? Or what happened to this image? Not every image is going to be up to quality as far as you're concerned, and you might not want to show them all the images. Some of them might be blurry or out of focus and not properly exposed, or for whatever reason. Most photographers don't usually edit every single image that they take, and they take the best ones, edit them, and show them to the client from there. So you want to explain that, and you want to make sure they understand that, and give them an idea. Say a typical photo session consists of 100 pictures taken at the location, and when you cull them, they are cut down to 50 photos or 40 photos. And from there, they get to choose what they get with their package, whether they're digitals or prints or a combination. With prints, you want to make sure that they understand your pricing information, and a lot of people don't show that pricing information until later. But I feel like that's a good way to upset your client. So make sure that when they are hiring you and they give you a certain amount of money for a certain service, they understand exactly what they're getting for that, not just what to expect. They understand how much product they're getting from you, whether it's just a disc with the images or it's a print credit. You just want to make sure that all those little details are spelled out for them right up front, so that way there's no repercussions later and they're not questioning everything that happened, because you will get clients that don't understand things. I'm not saying that's not going to happen even with a contract, but the more you explain to them and the more open you are with them, the easier it's going to be afterwards. When you are giving digitals, make sure they understand the process around digitals. Are they allowed to print them themselves, or do they have to come to you to order the prints? Are they allowed to use them on social media? Do they have to have a watermark? Do they have to credit you? Are they allowed to use that photo on Instagram and add a filter to edit or change it? Most photographers have a copyright law stating they're not allowed to alter or edit the images in any way. You want to make sure you explain that to them, and you want to make sure that they understand that and are willing to abide by that. Make sure you tell them that you don't give out raw images. And you can if you want to, but me, as far as, and a lot of other photographers, as far as that goes, we don't usually give out our raw images. Those are our private property, and that stays with us forever. And we don't release those images unless you do certain types of photography where the client specifically needs the raw images and the copyrights. But for most family photographers and boudoir and seniors or whatever it is you do, you don't typically have to release those images. So make sure that they understand that. And that's really going to go along with how many images they're going to see versus how many you took. So I would try to incorporate some of that pretty close together. You also want to make sure that you explain to them that if you're going to be using their images on social media, get a release from them stating that they're authorizing you to post their images online. Because some photographers, they might think that, oh, I took the picture, it's my image, I can do what I want with it. But that's not necessarily true. They might want you to take their picture because that's what they're paying you for, but they might not want those posted online for various reasons. I had a client come to me recently where they didn't want their images posted online, and I was totally okay with that. So you have to make sure that that's in the contract if you're going to be posting them online, and include that, explain to them what you're going to do with it. And like I said, when you're putting all these things together and you're considering putting a contract together, you want to go by your own policies. These are just some recommendations from me based on my experiences, what has worked well for me, what hasn't worked. And when you write all your things down and you start putting together what you want in your contract, I would take that to whoever you consult, as far as a lawyer or a paralegal or a legal assistant, whoever's going to help you draft up that contract, take that to them, what you want in it, and go from there. And maybe find someone that focuses on portrait or photographers' contracts, so that way they have an idea of some of these things as far as copyrights and reshoot policies and cancellations. That might help if they have some experience in that. So that is it for today. I threw a lot of information at you in a short period of time, but I thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching our Focus Friday for this week. Be sure to come back every Friday for a Focus Friday, as well as Tuesdays where I do 2 Tips Tuesdays, where I give you 2 tips every week to getting you one step closer to reaching your goal of becoming a professional photographer. And please comment and questions, if you guys have them, put them in the comments below. All my social media links are down there, my website, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. Come find me. I love it too. I love hearing from you guys. And don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.